An alien signal arrives from 600 light-years away. Scientists decode it and discover it's not a message. It's a recipe, an RNA sequence. They synthesize it in a lab, and within weeks, a virus spreads across the globe, merging nearly all of humanity into a single shared consciousness. That's the premise of Pluribus. It sounds like pure science fiction, but how much of it is actually possible? Let's start with the signal itself. In Pluribus, astronomers detect a transmission from deep space. It repeats every 78 seconds. 4 tones: guanine, uracil, adenine, cytosine, the building blocks of RNA. Is receiving a biological message from space possible? Actually, yes. Scientists call it biological teleportation. An advanced civilization could beam genetic code across the cosmos. The recipient synthesizes it locally. We've already done this ourselves. The J. Craig Venter Institute created synthetic life from digital genetic sequences. We've built life from code. The signal in Pluribus comes from something massive, a transmitter bigger than Africa. Whatever sent it is ancient, possibly older than humanity, and it might be broadcasting across the entire universe. So yes, while maybe a massive feat to accomplish, taking many more resources than are available on Earth, it is actually feasible that a signal like that could be beamed across the universe containing an RNA sequence. Now, the virus. In the show, researchers synthesize the alien RNA and inject it into rats. A researcher gets bitten, patient 0. Days later, global pandemic. Here's what the show gets right. The Pluribus virus works like a lysogenic virus. It doesn't destroy cells immediately. It tucks its code into your DNA and quietly rewires you from inside. This is real. HIV does exactly this. The saliva transmission? Also realistic. Rabies spreads through bites. And here's the creepy part. Rabies also alters behavior. Infected animals become aggressive and bite others. The virus literally makes you spread it. Sound familiar? But here's where Pluribus takes a leap. The speed. COVID-19 was incredibly transmissible, and it still took months to go global. Pluribus hits global saturation in days. That's optimistic, narratively convenient. But the bigger problem isn't the speed, it's what the virus actually does. It doesn't just infect people, it merges consciousness. So, is that something that is really possible? This is where we hit a wall, because here's the truth about consciousness. Scientists don't fully understand it. We know how neurons fire. We can map brain activity. But why electrical signals produce the experience of being you? That's called the hard problem of consciousness, unsolved. So when we ask if a virus could merge minds, we're asking if consciousness is hackable. If it's just code that can be rewritten, maybe. We don't know. The show calls it psychic glue. Every infected person shares memories, knowledge, experiences. A child suddenly has a PhD. Everyone is in charge. No one is in charge. There's no real-world equivalent, but there are systems that come close. 50,000 honeybees. Each follows simple rules, but together, they're a superorganism. They build mathematically perfect structures, regulate temperature within 1 degree, make complex group decisions. Scout bees literally dance to advocate for nest locations, and they headbutt each other to say, "Stop promoting your option." This is nearly identical to how your brain works. Billions of neurons competing, negotiating, reaching consensus. You experience it as one continuous thought, but underneath, you're already a hive mind. The difference? Bees share pheromones. Neurons share synapses. Physical connections. Pluribus proposes a virus creates that connection between separate human bodies. Biologically, we have no mechanism for that. But technologically, that's another story entirely. In 2024, Neuralink implanted one of its first chips inside a human brain. Over 1,000 electrodes, all of them threaded directly into the cerebral cortex. Following the procedure, and after a little practice, the recipient was capable of controlling a computer cursor with just their mind. But what is Elon Musk's philosophy for this technology? What are the future goals? Symbiosis with artificial intelligence. A digital layer above the cortex. Researchers have already achieved primitive brain-to-brain communication. One person's neural activity transmitted to another brain, causing involuntary hand movement. Now, let's scale that up for a second. Hundreds of thousands, if not billions, of connected minds, all of them sharing thoughts instantaneously. No language barrier, no miscommunication, 100% perfect understanding. That's Pluribus, just achieved through technology instead of biology. Some futurists say this is inevitable. Ray Kurzweil predicts 2045. Human intelligence merges with AI into something beyond either. Others are terrified. One neuroscientist warned, "It is even possible that humanity will evolve into a community of zombies." Loss of identity, erasure of privacy, end of the self. So, the signal? An alien signal containing genetic code? We could receive and synthesize it today. Plausible. The virus? A rapidly spreading pathogen that integrates into human DNA? Viruses already do this. Plausible. The hive mind? A virus that merges consciousness? Not possible with our current understanding. We don't know how to hack consciousness because we don't know what consciousness is. The technology? Brain-computer interfaces that could connect minds? Already being built. But here's the uncomfortable truth. We might not need aliens. Social media already functions as a primitive collective consciousness. Billions sharing thoughts, amplifying ideas, reaching consensus through likes and shares. Algorithms predict your behavior better than you can. Brain interfaces advance every year. Pluribus assumes an external force transforms humanity against its will. But what if we merge ourselves willingly, one app at a time, one implant at a time, one convenience at a time? What if the joining isn't an apocalypse, but a seduction? In Pluribus, the hive mind eliminates war, suffering, loneliness. It offers connection beyond anything humans have experienced. The cost? Your individuality. 886 million dead in the initial conversion. The hive mind considers this acceptable. Would you? The show asks a question science can't answer. Is individuality worth the pain it causes? Or is our resistance to the hive just fear of the unknown? Science can tell us what's possible. It can't tell us what's right. But maybe that's the point. Maybe the value of individual consciousness isn't efficiency or happiness. Maybe it's exactly this: the ability to wonder whether you should exist at all. So, what do you think? Could a hive mind virus actually take over humanity? And more importantly, would you want it to? Drop your answer below. If you want more deep dives into the real science behind science fiction, hit subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.